Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you guys Let's Play Clash of Clans episode number 4. So in the last video, we upgraded our town hall to level 3, and that gave us a bunch of new buildings that we're going to focus on building today, as well as we'll do a couple other upgrades as they pop up. Alright, so before we build anything, we did get a gem box spawn in our base, and they're pretty rare. They only appear every once in a while, so when you clear it out, it actually gives you 25 gems. So make sure you clear it out right away because you can only have one in your base at a time. Also, at Town Hall 3, we unlock the Village Edit mode, so pretty much it makes it really simple to redesign your base. You can just drag and drop whatever you'd like. You don't have to worry about all the stuff getting cluttered. So I'll probably redesign my base in the next episode when we build all of our walls, and we'll try to make the best design that we can for Town Hall 3. But other than that, we did get 2 achievements, which are going to give us 5 gems each. So 5 plus 5 plus 25, we got 35 gems to start off this episode. And if you guys are saving up for your builder side, that is a lot towards the first one. All right, anyways, let's take a look at what buildings we can build. We did get a lot of stuff for the resources. So an elixir collector, a gold mine, a gold storage, and an elixir storage. I'm going to start building some of those. And then as far as some of the other buildings we got, we did get a new army camp, which is going to take 5 minutes, but it's going to give us another 20 troops in our composition. So that's obviously really important. Alright, so last thing we want to build, that's going to be the mortar. So we talked about the mortar in episode 2. Pretty much, I showed you guys how powerful it is against infantry like barbarians, archers, goblins. So I'm going to want to build that by the end of this episode. And after I do that, it's only going to be an 8-hour build. Alright, so seeing as I had 2 builders left, I'm going to go ahead and build those 2 storages. And after the magic effects of video editing, I'm going to fast forward till those are done. And for the other 2 builders, I dropped 2 of them, one on a gold mine, one on an elixir pump. And looking at what else we want to do, I'm actually going to start on those walls that we just talked about. So it costs 200 gold to build each wall. And generally, when I'm like a lower level, I like to make sure at least one of my builders isn't working, so I can just keep raiding and I'll keep pouring all my gold into walls. So if you guys ever want to just like keep playing the game and all your builders are busy, try to save at least one builder, because then you can just keep going on raids, keep getting gold, and you can start building your walls and upgrading your walls. So let's go ahead and do this first raid here. This guy has 6,400 gold and 12,000 elixir. So like we talked about in the last episode, a really important trait that you want to learn in the beginning of this game is finding out where the resources are. So like I mentioned, this guy has tombstones, which means he hasn't cleared out his past defense, as well as his elixir pumps look really full. So I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy, and I'm just going to attack his mines and his pumps. You can see that his gold storage looks completely empty, and that's another sign that you can see that most of the stuff is going to be in the mines and pumps. So overall, from that, I just started dropping all my troops on those mines and pumps, and you're going to see that's where the majority of the resources are, and I'm not going to have to worry about anything else. So this guy did have a mortar, and that's why I'm not trying to destroy any of his defenses. I'm pretty much just trying to come in, take his resources, and leave. And after that, I can just surrender, and that'll wrap it up for this raid. Alright, so it looks like we got a little bit of over 4,000 of each resource, which is actually pretty solid. So let's go ahead and check out what we got. 4,400 gold, 4,600 elixir. We lost 5 trophies, but once again, we do not care about trophies, as I've talked about in previous episodes. So let's head back to base, see what we've got going on, and see if we want to build some more stuff. Alright, so I'm going to make sure my barbarians are being trained at all times. And looking at what else we want to do, I'm thinking I just want to keep building some more of these walls. So I have 5,500 gold, and even though I could save up for the mortar, I decided that I would do a couple more raids. So I'm just going to start building these walls right here. And it looks like I still have 10 walls left before I'm maxed out at Town Hall 3. Alright, so after I fast forward just a little bit more, I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade the army camp to level 2. That's going to take an hour and 2,500 elixir, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. But I still have 2 builders available, so let's go ahead and get into some more raids. So this guy here, he has 2,800 gold, 1,500 elixir. And seeing as I'm only at 721 gold, it actually cost me 75 gold to find a base nowadays. Or now that I'm Town Hall 3. So instead of trying to be risky and trying to find that perfect base, I'm just going to attack this guy because he has a pretty good amount of gold. And after I destroy him, I should have plenty of room to search for some more bases. Also, this guy's base was pretty easy. His defenses were on the outside, so I'm just going to drop my barbarians on the top right, and then a couple of the barbarians on the left to get to this cannon right here. And seeing as I can hold a lot more troops, this one was really simple, and I can just fast forward to the end. Alright, so taking care of the town hall, the storage, and the elixir pump, as well as some of the stuff on the bottom, that'll wrap it up for this raid. Overall, we're going to steal 20 trophies, almost 2,800 gold, and a little bit over 1,500 elixir. So solid raid, and let's see if we can improve on it with this next one, where this guy has almost 7,600 gold and 6,500 elixir. All right, so if we play this right, we should be able to max out our gold storage and maybe even our elixir. Actually, I don't think it's enough to max out our elixir storages, but let's go ahead and attack this guy anyways and see if we can get most of his resources. So same thing as raid number 1, tombstones outside of his base, storages look empty, elixir pumps look full. All signs point that most of the resources are going to be inside the mines and pumps. So seeing as this guy's defenses are actually pretty far out there, I decided instead of just going for the resources, I'm going to destroy his defenses and then let my troops run around and get the rest of the stuff in his base. So I destroyed the archer tower. There's a cannon on the top left and that cannon on the bottom right. Those guys are going to go down fairly easily. I did drop a couple of those archers, which I'm using for the first time. And then after they go down, we can head back and see what we got. All right, almost 7,600 gold, 6,500 elixir, 23 trophies, and let's head back to base and get some of those upgrades done. All right, so heading back, looking at how many builders we have left, we have 4 available, so we have plenty of space to do some upgrades. And there's a couple of things I can do with elixir, but as far as my gold goes, I'm going to want to spend it all on this mortar. So 8,000 gold, that's pretty much all that I have, and let's go ahead and build that. So you want to put your mortar in the middle of the base, and I'm going to redesign my base next time, but I'm going to go ahead and put the mortar in the center for now. So after it finishes this upgrade, it's going to be a beast, and it should be able to tear up anyone who attacks me. So not bad at all. Taking a look at what we can upgrade with our elixir, gold storage wouldn't be bad to upgrade to level 4, so that's going to double the capacity of this one and going to take 2 hours. So let's go ahead and do that. And seeing as we have 2 builders left, I'm just going to go ahead and save the rest of it. And let's go ahead and do one more raid before we log off. All right, so checking out this guy's base, I actually ran out of gold once again. I only have 65, so I can't find another base. So we're just going to have to attack this guy and make the best of it. I do have 50 troops available since I did get that army camp finished. So let's go ahead and see if we can go on an all-out assault and take him out. So I see an archer tower in the middle, as well as you can see the 2 cannons. And this guy's base is actually set up to where I can't go straight to his defenses. So I'm just going to go from the bottom right, drop all of my troops, and seeing as his 3 defenses, they don't do any splash damage like the mortar, I should be able to take him out fairly easily. There was a bomb, and I did unlock the bomb at Town Hall 3, so I'm going to have to build that pretty soon, but it didn't really stand much of a fight. And let's go ahead and keep tearing my way through his base. So most of my barbarians peeled out to the far left or the far right, so not a lot of them are going for that cannon that's sort of hugging the town hall. So I'm just going to have to wait for my troops to sort of just make their way there, and hopefully they'll take it out eventually before I run out of guys. I probably have about maybe 20 to 25 troops left, so I don't think it's too much of a problem, but we're just going to have to wait it out and see if we can take it out. All right, right now we're sitting at over 5,000 elixir, which is pretty solid. That's enough to upgrade one of my barracks in case we head back to base. And my troops are just slowly making their way to this cannon, and it looks like a couple of the archers have finally latched on. So the barbarian's being a tank, he's taking a lot of the damage. The archers are shooting and taking care of the cannon. And now that the cannon is going down, the raid is finally over, and that one took a little bit longer than it needed to, but we still got the result we wanted and ended up getting 3 stars. So 32 trophies for destroying this guy, as well as over 3,600 elixir and 1,700 gold. Let's go ahead and head back to base, do our final upgrade, and I think that will do it for this episode. So overall, some pretty good attacks today, as well as we built the mortar, which is really, really important for low levels. Can't tell you guys that enough. But yeah, I think that's going to do it, and let's just go ahead and get into that final upgrade. So there's only a couple of things we can spend elixir on in the beginning. We could do something like my gold mines, but instead, I sort of just wanted to upgrade my barracks so we can get the goblin. And even though I use the goblin a lot at Town Hall 9, I don't really use it too much at the lower levels, but we'll see if we can make some strategies with it and use it to steal a lot of resources. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next video, we're going to be doing our first base design. So I'm going to do like sort of a walkthrough about how I'm building my base. At Town Hall 3, it's sort of difficult to protect everything you want to protect because you only have 50 walls to work with. So we're just going to try to make some sort of crazy base and see what type of success we can have with it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.